When I turn up, you get going. At every stop, baby, oh, it's showing. If I should stay, you find a reason to leave. When I'm busy, that's the time you are free. Just tell me, what should I do? How can I get how can I get through? How can I get through to you? Tell me, baby, please. How can I get through to you? Can I get through to you? How can I get through to you? With every step you take to, I keep reaching out to you. If I go left, then you turn to the right. I'm walking in darkness, bring me into the light. Just why can't you give me a chance? You keep running away from me. You keep running away from me. Yeah, baby. Ooh, baby. Woo! How can I get through to you? How can I get through to you? I just want one chance. Tell me how. Tell me how. How can I get through to you? Ooh, boy. How can I get through to you? How can I get how can I get tell me how can I get through to you? How can I get through to you?
Good evening and welcome back. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Night Talk. As I'm removing my headphones and trying to get situated here, shout out to the mob. All my other bears, I call the Grizzlies. Please hit the like on your way in and join me. So who's out there right now? I feel like music. I do tonight. Shout out to my moderators that I see in the chat. Please remember, once again, to hit the like, because when you do, it will signal YouTube, to put our video out. If people like the video, then maybe they will share it. Again, what's just interesting? I mentioned this before. My numbers last year, this time, so it's April the 1st. What's that, 3 months or gone by in the year? And the growth of my channel is 0. Basically, subscribers, net. Last year, the same time, I was growing at roughly 120 to maybe a little bit more new subscribers. And then everyone knows what happened in August, September timeframe. And I was off my channel for several months. And then I returned. I just think it's kind of, I don't know, something doesn't seem right. Something doesn't seem right, not getting notifications. Some people are saying that. And I know I haven't been on this broadcast on a regular basis, but not one. Okay. And then I saw this pattern for about a month, every day, like one drop. But it was growth or subscribe, then drop, subscribe, so that overall there was really no change. It just appeared that way. Okay. Again, for me, I take note of it, and I would like to grow my channel. I was hoping that we should have been at 5,000. Instead, it's going in the opposite direction. You see how easy that is for me to talk about? I don't buy subscribers. I have never bought one ever. I want my growth to be organic. And when I go live, when I turn my camera on, I expect I will grow my channel. I do. I do. And I hope to. I hope. When I do, it is going to make a difference. At least, some people say when a person uses an avatar, they're hiding something. Haven't you heard a specific content creator say something about that? When a person is afraid, or let me take that afraid. When a person doesn't turn their camera on, they're hiding something. Though there are many YouTubers that don't turn their cameras on. But for those who do and have, programs that just come to the mic and talk, no matter who they are, it will help in some way. Even if they're saying the same thing. Yes, the same thing. It's because a person can, relate to, especially on like a social media platform. I'm not talking about like radio where you expect it's radio. But here on YouTube, the camera is, I think it can be your friend. I think. So in 2022, when my picture was put out there and my, cam footage was put out there before I had I won't say intended to. All right, but before I did, then once I saw what was done with my pictures, my photo, that made me more concerned that any photograph of me, new photograph, would be manipulated. My image manipulated. And I was correct. I was correct. Because last year, after, when was it? I guess it was March. I'm trying to think. When a person here on this platform tried to file a personal protection order against me and made false claims in order to formulate it. And I think, along with the help of someone else. Then the footage was posted to this platform and manipulated again. And I'm talking about using my image on in a sexual manner. Deep fake. Deep fakes were made AI. So I was correct. And my concern again is, so if I go live, but I still plan to do it, that it might happen again. And that's also one of the reasons I think I have my suspicions that there might just be someone who is trying to get another photograph of me. So that, in that way, it ties into my reason for, I think, or my hesitancy now. People know what I look like. You see my picture. It has been manipulated, by the way. It has. Even my still picture, I've seen it. Yeah. I've seen a photograph with my hairline pulled way back. That's not how I look. I've seen a photograph with my eyebrows really bushy. That's not how I look. I've seen a photograph with my lips and face being very ashy. That's not how I look. I saw a comment based on the picture that was used or taken from that PPO hearing, and it was blown up so large, my face on the screen, that someone made the comment when their child saw the picture. I think that's what it was. They said something about a person with a watermelon head. Well, if you take my photograph and then you enlarge it and put it on a small body, it might look like that to a child. It's just interesting, this individual, we haven't seen them, have we? And you see, I pause and I say, have we? Hang on for a second. Let me know that you can hear the sound okay. I don't have my headphones on. I just, wanted to talk and play a little music. And, from time to time I might say something just like this. You know, who is that? Maggie? Is that? Uh, yeah. I called her what? Canadian Dry. Anyway, that was just in fun. Um, I heard her say something about being on and talking about Jaguar Right Steel. Mhm. And I just, I listened. I wonder what she was going to say. Like someone asked her, still talking about Jaguar Right? And her response was something like this. When she, talks about it, because I guess whatever she went through in the past 3 months or being associated with her, it's a way of her, I'll just say, dealing with it. So it's her talking about it gives her a chance, to process it, I guess, in her own way. And maybe in the same way, I don't know. But sometimes people will talk about situations that happen to them as a way to, just deal with it. Some people hold it in, others do not. Yeah. I don't know what she went through being part of, Jaguar. I still don't know how the two of them came together. I haven't gone back and listened to her videos. I only had started listening, maybe a couple of weeks. It was just before her and Jaguar Right, I guess, fell out. Maybe a week or so before, something like that. When she had, I don't even know, there was Mark or Murph or some guy on her platform. I think that's when I first saw her channel. I don't know where he is now, what his role was, but again, I wasn't really listening. But that was interesting, that she said that. And for me, and I haven't listened to her long enough, but the jury is still out. The jury is still out on some level with me. I just don't know much about her at all. Again, I mean, even how she came to YouTube, I haven't listened, as I said. But that point, I thought, okay, she, a person, if they have a channel, they can pretty much do what they want on their channel within, the guidelines, YouTube guidelines. Yeah, on their platform. Yeah. I see Latoya, Kia, and Joanne. I see you. Also, we are live right now on Facebook, and I see who's over there on Facebook. I know we have some folks in the bushes, and yeah. So I responded to a comment that was posted below one of my videos beneath. And what was it like? me see what question. There were like several, but I'll think of I'll think of how I want to maybe just broach the subject. So just give me a moment. I'll park that one. I was about to launch off into something, and then I thought, just give me a moment, maybe. Yeah. So I'll say this about it. Um, Breadcrumbs. That's right, breadcrumbs. So if someone was talking about or made a comment about the couple of videos that I made, where I posted the comments and have been dealing with them recently. Inside of those comments, there are breadcrumbs. Mhm. I had never looked at them so closely. Inside of those comments, there are breadcrumbs. This individual has a niece who is listening to our broadcast, familiar with our broadcast. This individual has a niece. Individual has a niece. I'm not so much focusing on the others. I'm just talking about a niece. So that means they're an auntie, right? Somebody said titi or auntie. They mentioned as a breadcrumb that their channel or website, they hopped onto it after their niece responded, or after I responded to a comment their niece made. Mhm. So who was watching? The niece and the auntie were watching or familiar with. Could this person be related? I asked that. Family. And the breadcrumbs that have been dropped some time ago. No. Oh, that's kind of. Wait a minute. Is that how that's supposed to be? Sorry, I was looking at a photo behind. This person on the platform that I've been talking about for some time said they've dropped breadcrumbs all along. I know Vicky says, what was the comment? Oh, you mean the comment that the niece made? I'm not certain, and I've thought that I would need to go back and read through all of the post that were made while I was live, on the IG. Because either their niece was on the IG or their niece was on YouTube posting comments. I'm thinking that's what she meant. Yeah. Because just before she hopped on, that individual was responding to. That's how I'm like, they have access to their account. Right? They must have, log on privileges, or again, this person, remember what was said, wanted information, wanted information that they would be, what was the word? I'll just say they wanted my information. Mhm. So who wanted my information? This niece? Why would a niece who is unfamiliar with Unwind with Teddy be watching my channel? That's how I look at it. A niece, a relative. Mhm. That says to me that at least two people are working together on that day. There were two people working together that day. One of them struck me because they struck on their behalf. The other one made the comments, and one of the comments was about their niece. Mm-hmm. I didn't even say anything about their niece. Like they were saying things that maybe they didn't realize quite, exactly, that it would, show up in at least like almost a year and a half later, more than a year and a half later, come up as, hadn't thought about them being linked in any way, hadn't given them a thought at all. That's a good question. Gia says, why? Hmm. Hadn't thought about it. Hadn't thought about it until now recently, because that video, the same video that I was talking about again, that's the one that was struck. That says to me there is information within that video that might just be telling, or it could at least cause one to say, what did they know, and why did they behave in this way? Why did they come over and challenge? Yeah. By me talking about it, maybe I'm just, kind of working through thinking a little deeper, trying to. Mhm. Again, here's why. It's it should be apparent that if information comes forward and becomes clear or something new that I haven't thought about, and it makes sense to at least think about it, and it might, get me there, a link, a connection, a breadcrumb, whatever it is. My goal is to uncover the truth. Mhm. And it's funny, they said, I'm not about truth. Or they're about truth, they said, and I'm about messiness. You would have to see some of the comments that this individual has made over the course of a couple of years. I didn't realize. I did. A number of people have made comments. And then remember what Midwest Mama said? That's on that same video that was struck. Yeah. When Midwest Mama, came onto the platform, she mentioned that she had gone over to the content creator's channel because she had announced that she was going to post that, police footage for the first time. I didn't send Midwest over there, but she took it upon herself, to try and reason. So she did so and put some comments in the chat underneath, I guess, the video. And she mentioned that one of the person that responded so strongly was the same individual who confronted me on Instagram. I didn't know that. I haven't looked for the post, and I guess I should. I'm talking about, the one that Midwest Mama made, and it was deleted. Midwest Mama's comments were deleted from the content creators, post. She didn't want, I guess, people to see them or whatever. But I did make a copy of her comments, Midwest, and any responses, I'm sure. Just make a quick, so that I could get all of her comments. She was talking about me, and it was interesting, if I can remember. It was almost like she was pleading, don't do this. Like she said, you're an African American woman, I'm one. You don't have to do this. Yeah. Now I would wonder, what was this person's response? Because when it comes to me, and again, she signed the petition, took time to write comments on this petition that was created against me. So this person is certainly very interested in writing things to support Danielle's point of view, and not just point of view, but even hurl her own insults. Now that I think about it, and I hadn't, maybe I need to go back and find some of these comments and look at them, because there might be something else in there that is worth noting. Worth noting, especially someone who is a public figure. How did that was probably one of my first questions. How did this individual end up coming to YouTube, coming specifically to the content creators platform, knowing about them, listening to them, and then would become their moderator? It would be interesting to see what the steps, because they've been around for some time. I didn't even know at all. I'm talking about on the YouTube. Gia says, Midwest Mama took one for the team while she did. And if I recall, we may have mentioned it briefly, but not in that much detail. I don't think. Like going through the comments and at least not with everyone else, not live on the platform. But those would be interesting. I don't think probably not. Let's see. It would be like, well, where do I look for them, and what did I put them under? Those might be kind of tricky to find. Oh, you know what? I'll have to try and locate them. Yeah, it would take too long right now. It's 11:10, but those would be interesting to review. Yeah, I wonder why such strong pushback. Never seen such a thing. Yeah, now it makes me say, like, I wonder if there is a real connection here. because I'm trying to get at the truth. Just different angle. I know there's family involved. So, but who is the family? How are they linked? The breadcrumb that has been, dropped is on one of Danielle's videos that she posted. What was it? The end of 2022? It was a video, I've mentioned it before, where she was talking about cups of conversation, Tales from the Cult, and myself. The majority of the video, though, she really put emphasis on cups in this particular video. I think it was even in the title. But she made reference to not being able to be found out. That Cups is trying to figure out who she is. And saying that people think, oh, she's, part of that family. Okay, the Tobert or the Allen, or, connected to that family and family. Well, she kind of alluded to, like, I could be connected in other ways. You got to think that what else could I be? Like, how else could I be related? This is Danielle saying this. How else could I be related to them? There's more than one way, other than a daughter, niece, there's cousins, there could be related through a marriage. So in so many words, she was saying, think of other ways that I could be connected. What are the other ways? How? I sincerely think she's connected. It's just putting all these clues together. There's when she says layers of different maybe even LLCs or businesses or something. There's something. And if it comes to your mind, you think outside of the box. Not just, on a goose chase, but thinking outside of the box. How this person too might be connected. Because you watch how people move and the things that they say, and then you question, like, why are they this particular person with that background? What would they be so invested in it? Why? think it's just recently. Again, I haven't thought of it, hadn't given it any thought. Let's see who's in the chat. Vicky Black says, yes, listen carefully. And Cups of Conversations, we were just talking about you, comes in and says, layers is a very interesting word. Her words were, layers have been put into place so that I will not be found. Layers have been put into place so that I will not be found. And that it will take peeling back the layers. And that would have to be done, she said, by the police or something like that. That it would take, like almost as if they would have a difficulty finding her. Like all these disguises. I mean, there was a concerted effort to ensure that before she came on the platform, that she could be hidden. Because we are having a difficulty, and I'm not talking about just myself, maybe up until now, to really figure out who this person is and to make contact with anyone that people really think that she is, or link with the families, just to sort things out, to rule things out. Yeah. And any time I've gotten, I'll just say, put in, a significant amount of effort. Yeah, I see that. This is a joint effort. Time, and really kind of zero in on something like I did with Daniel Elizabeth and everything that followed that. Right? So that I would be blocked from going further with the truth. All of those videos down related to Daniel Elizabeth, the voice, all of that. So if it's not her, then who is it, and why that information gets struck? Why does the information, when I'm confronted in the Instagram, why is that struck? Because either someone who is listening might be able to piece something together, or see things that I cannot. I'm very honest about this. I can't see everything. A person on the outside who doesn't have anything to lose, they're just an observer, they might see something that I haven't seen, or think about something, or know something. I can tell you this, along the way, there have been a number of red herring, distractions thrown my way. Yeah. I just throw out the scent, That's a form of speech. Yeah. To confuse. So that it's like, now, what? What? Yeah. It's a joint effort. A joint effort. Again, let me see. Do you hear music playing in the background? Let's find out. Probably not. Let me put this one on repeat. And it's very low right now. Let's see. I said I would play some music. And I pulled out some nice tracks. So let me, oh gosh. I've got to delete. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see if I can go back to my chart and look up. And I wasn't finished with the analysis, like I said, going deeper. But let's see. Again, looking for clues. This comment at the end, just before the end, where she says, actually, my niece made the comment because she monitors my page. Once you addressed her comment, I jumped on to respond. So, if we are to believe this, so her niece is in the background making comments. And then I address her comment. Then she jumps on to respond. So was her niece also acting as a troll? Like a troll a troll avatar making comments toward me. She would have to. Then she says she jumped on. She was either watching at the same time as her niece, if I'm to believe this, or her niece, who was monitoring, she says, and making comments. Why is her niece making comments to me? Who is her niece that wants information? have to go back to that video and look for more breadcrumbs. Yes, think about this. Cup says, so her niece had her phone and made the comment under her account. Exactly. And then once I responded to the comment, then she took over. She started commenting. So what was said prior to that? I'd have to look because I hadn't thought of it. I haven't thought about it. Who else was watching? In that video, when the video on YouTube goes down, so does all the comments. Except the ones that you actually show on the screen. And that's why I do this. For comments that I think are important or I want to show. So there were a lot of comments. That video was 4 hours plus. That was a long video, and that was unusually long video. It was very specific, the title. So her niece is watching this entire time and making comments. Who is her niece that is watching or was watching me and making comments? So I'll take her word at it for it. She has a niece who was monitoring her page, making comments from her page. That's telling. That's telling. Something I haven't even thought about. Hadn't even crossed my mind until digging into these comments, statements. Yes, that same night. How could that be? Cups of conversation. So TT, niece, sons, and nephews all were watching you that night, correct? Yes, and the lawyer. I don't know. Because she mentioned, I have my family around me. And she mentioned, some were laughing at me. Some were laughing at me. So this was intentional. When I post my video, it so got her attention that all of the family that she mentioned in just title would be watching. That's very interesting. She said family. And she mentioned family multiple times. Keep my family out your mouth. I didn't know this troll. That's who I thought she was. Had to go refill my Gatorade tonight. I am drinking my Gatorade. She, the person who we think it could be, this Anon that's on the YouTube, would most likely be in that age range. If we look at the ages of the people we're considering, I'm considering, would be about 33, 32 or 33 now. This Nirvana, she would be, how old did they say she was? In her 30s as well. And Auntie, if they are the niece or auntie to either in some way, that'd be about right. Although you don't have to. You can be an aunt at any age, I guess, depending. But typically older. Yes. She could be. Could she be a great aunt by now? Yes, she could be. Yep. However, a niece that would be monitoring would not be, like, she wouldn't be the great aunt to them. So whoever was monitoring the broadcast at the time using her page was in touch with her by phone or text or whatever. And then, was it her niece in the end that struck me? That's a fair question. That's a fair question. At least in my opinion. Because she had access. Did she ask for her aunt's permission to strike me? Because she has struck my page twice for, we'll just say, quasi-auntie. Yes. That's right, invested. There's something about auntie. There's something about auntie. Don't know what it is, but there's something about auntie. Very fair question. Inquiring minds have to know. Auntie, she came out the gate real strong, didn't she? That's the first time that she would engage me directly. That's pretty strong, isn't it? For someone who's not related. I wonder aloud, are they related? Mm-hmm. I want to know. You related? So what was the niece commented about? I'd have to find. Wow. What time is it? 11:38. And I absolutely have an early, I don't think I'll be on for Mocha tomorrow morning. So let's see. Let me play a song and see if I can find something. Find that video and at least try to look for some of the comments.
Going back and forth, I can't keep up with your mood swings. What is trouble in your mind? Are you doing this just to test me? I'm bad at handling this type of thing. Well, I don't get it, you say it's a man thing. Babe, I wanna be around. I just wanna make your heart sing. But you're not letting me get through to you. If you let your guard down, baby, this is what I'll do. Come on, baby. Love you, I will love you, I will love you like a queen. I'm willing to take you to a place you've never been. Love you, I will love you, I will love you like a queen. I would love to take you to a place you've never been. What is trouble in your mind? Baby, why can't you just tell me? I just wanna be your bride. I wanna give our love away. So you're not letting me, get through to you. Yeah, if you let your guard down, baby, this is what I'll do. Love you, I will love you, shorter. With every hour, every minute of every day. Couldn't sleep even if I wanted to. Need to cherish every moment left with you. The leaves change the color. Fall is closing in. Break my heart yet once again. Wish I could slow down. Wish I just could stop. Maybe I wouldn't care if I could suffocate my feelings for you. And I could just carry on loving you without no trouble like we used to do. Oh, these change the color and fall is closing in. Break my heart yet once again. Wish I could slow down. Just wish I could. Wish I could stop time. Stop time. Wish I could stop time. Wish I could slow down. Slow down. Wish I could slow down. Wish I could stop time. When the leaves change their colors, you will break my heart just once again. Wish I could slow down. Wish I could stop. Wish I could stop time. Wish I could slow down. Wish I could stop time. Wish I could slow down. Wish I could stop time. Wish I could stop time. Wish I could stop time. Wish I could slow down. Wish I could stop time. Wish I could slow down. Wish I could stop time.
Now it's time to brush your teeth. Now it's time. That was definitely a good night. Let me see if I can do something like this. Wait a minute. Let me see if my avatar is going to cover this person. Let's see. Hang on. Let me try something else. Wait. Trying to position it so it won't show that much. Okay, I'm just going to leave that for now. That person that you see and don't see was on the Instagram just before she was on. There's someone, didn't I tell you, there's a lot of people who come to my Instagram. This person has a private Instagram. I don't know who they are. Huh. I wonder, is that there's some similarities in features. Don't know. I said I'd have to go back. This is my first time kind of thinking about this. And look at everyone who came on my Instagram with, around the same, that person made, and I wonder what were their comments. Hold on. Let's see. That would be interesting. I just went to their Instagram. But let's see. Thinking. And they joined just before she came on. Her comment just before. Now I'm going to do something. They have a different picture right now on their Instagram than what they had during my live. Let's see. Just want to see something. I can't. Come on. Oh, man. I'm trying to. Let's see. I'm gonna try something. No. without showing this. I don't want to show the post because they're ready to pounce on my video again. This person, the same person that I showed just a little bit ago, just behind their avatar has changed. I know people change their avatar, but she has. Let me remove this. She had like blonde hair, blonde kind of goldish hair, light hair in her previous picture. All right. And her post was just before the very post I could show you. Just before Auntie came on. Let's go to my comments. I don't know. So what was her comments? I need to go back and do a little checking. Yeah. And then I'd have to go back through, the video itself. I wonder who that is. It's definitely someone that favors her on their Instagram. Yeah, I don't know. That could be, that could be coincidence. Have no proof of any of that. But except there is someone that has a private page and favors someone. Cups of Conversation says, we need to know what brought Auntie Lily out with the family. Yes. What brought her out? How did she know I was on Instagram? That my channel was on? You know what I mean? So her niece was watching. Is her niece getting notification? Is her niece on Instagram under a different name? Was her niece watching on my YouTube? I think her niece was probably watching on Instagram to be less, conspicuous. If she was watching. Yeah. Interesting, huh? Well, it's almost midnight. Why? These are some questions. Formulate some questions for me, guys, that I haven't not been thinking about. Why were they watching Cups of Conversations? It's because they don't sound like supporters. No. So why were they watching over on Instagram? Yes, they have because I was on Instagram so they could see me live. Did they get a notification? Ooh. Look at something. The person who came on just before, she follows me too. Because someone can watch you on Instagram, they don't have to follow you. This person follows me too. So what I would have to do is look at, there's just different ways to think about it. Because how would this person would they be notified? Like when I came on Instagram? Yes. Yes. There is a person I know for certain who follows someone who is following me, but they are private to me, but they are not private to her. How do I know that? I know that because I've seen a message between them, so they're not private to each other, but they're private to me, and they're following me. Mm-hmm. So I wonder, well, the answer is yes and yes. Some people who follow me on Instagram are, spies. Yeah. Yeah. And provide, intel. Yes. Cups of Conversation says, they want to follow you, but don't want you to follow them back, right? Isn't that kind of interesting? Yeah, I've said, like, why do you follow me and I can't follow you? Yep. And they're still following me. Yeah, because I just looked it up. So they want to keep an eye on you. Oh, she's going to say, there goes those conspiracy theories. No, this is not a conspiracy at all. It's a question. It's like, person drops breadcrumbs and things happen and this and that. I wonder. Let's think about this, shall we? And others. You think too. All right, so it is 12:02, past the time that I thought I would be on tonight, but here we are again. Cup says, my troll handle watches everything I post, but won't accept my friend requests. Yeah. Interesting. Because if I could follow them, I could see who's on their page, right? Or follow them. Yeah, see who's following. I guess I could say that. All right, maybe I should check my email. Is music still playing? It's time to say goodnight and get ready for another day. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the grizzlies, the honey bears. I appreciate those of you who hung out with me tonight. And listen, maybe we learned something, or there's just maybe a little bit more we might want to think about. Yeah, put your thinking caps on for me. Yeah. So I'm going to check my email, see if there's anything, and I will be right back. Let's hope I can put on something. Sing me to sleep.
Can't afford to let you in, but we're bad. So what's the harm in one more sin? Take off your halo, you're beautiful. I don't care if it tears me apart. We couldn't let go from the get-go. I think we're past trying to hide who we are. Baby, I don't mind you calling. I'm still awake in my bed. Say the things you shouldn't be saying. I don't want you to act like you still have that halo, halo, got the halo. Like you still have that halo, halo. You should let go. Don't stop. I love it when you touch my skin. No, it's bad. I don't care if the walls are caving in right now. I need you to kill off my lonely nights. Otherwise, I'll just put that inside. I can't keep pretending you don't exist. Hate the lies, you know I can't resist you. Baby, I don't mind you calling. I'm still awake in my bed. Say the things you shouldn't be saying. I don't want you to act like you still have that halo, halo, got the halo. Like you still have that halo, halo. You should let go. Sing me to sleep, I need you watching. Don't wanna dream, 'cause they do darkness. Sing me to sleep, I need you watching. Don't wanna dream, 'cause they do darkness. I can be anything, whatever you want me to be. It's a call to the ring. I'm throwing up my gloves and knees. My back against the ropes. I got nowhere to go. I'm looking down the slope. I gotta strike a blow. 'Cause practice makes perfect.
All right, so that's it for me. Cut that music off. It's time to say goodnight. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night.
Something to buy, da ba da bug, yeah. Da ba da bum ba buy, da bum buy, da ba yeah. Set the potato, da buy, da boy, yeah. Sunlight that always stays. Dinner by the waterway. It's that sweet life. Raise your cross. Made some dude crack a smile. He asked if I could stay a while. I'm living that high life. Time to catch a flight, but you can make me go. unlocking all the memories of my new home. Ventilated echoes playing to and fro, back and forth, yeah. Caught some kids dancing in the alleyway. Crazy how the melodies began to play, yeah. Tell me how you feeling when you hear the lyric, yeah. My heart's in Stockholm. Now I never wanna go home. I left my heart in Stockholm. Now I never wanna go home. Shutting the girl. I brought a girl on my Vespa. She said I already told ya, yeah. I never dated a black guy. I said you're brown yourself. Let me offer help. Come on inside. Where everybody knows your name, everybody knows your name. Time to catch a flight, but you can make me go. Unlocking all the memories of my new home. Ventilated echoes playing to and fro, back and forth, yeah. Caught some kids dancing in the alleyway. Crazy how the melodies began to play, yeah. Tell me how you feeling when you hear the lyric, yeah. My heart's in Stockholm. Now I never wanna go home. I left my heart in Stockholm. Now I never wanna go home. Somebody sunlight that always stays in and by the waterway. It's that sweet life, sweet life, sweet life. I never wanna go home, go home. I'm living in Stockholm, Stockholm. I never wanna go home, go home. Living in Stockholm, Stockholm. I never wanna go home, go home. I'm living in Stockholm, Stockholm. Yeah. Shut up, I got the bed,